What if the love you thought was lost forever could still be found? What if one small spark could reignite a flame that's been buried under years of silence? The sun begins to set, painting the sky in a soft golden hue. The town of Maple Brook is peaceful, almost too quiet. The streets, once alive with the bustle of everyday life, now stand still, empty, serene. At the heart of the town, there's an old house. It's the kind of home that holds so many memories. You can almost hear the echoes of laughter and the warmth of family in the air. But now the house feels quiet. Too quiet. The fence is worn, the flowers in the garden bloom, but they're just a little too overgrown. Everything about this place whispers of better times. Inside, Sarah stands in the kitchen. The hum of the refrigerator is the only sound that fills the room. Her hands move instinctively as she prepares dinner, but her mind, it's somewhere far away, somewhere she doesn't want to be. She glances at the clock. Seconds ticking by. Each one feels heavier than the last. She thinks about how things used to be, how she and James, once inseparable, are now strangers in a way. In his study, James sits at his desk. The room is filled with papers and books, the smell of old leather and ink. But tonight he's not thinking about the work in front of him. He's looking out of the window, watching the fading light of the day. He remembers the past, the laughter, the dreams they shared. They were so certain back then, but now, there's only silence. The silence of two people who don't know how to bridge the distance between them anymore. Ella, 14, watches it all unfold. She doesn't fully understand, but she feels the weight of the silence. She remembers the days when her parents were happy, when their house was filled with love. But now, she only sees two people who are drifting apart, and it scares her. She wishes she could turn back time, but she knows she can't. What she doesn't know is how to make it right. Max, just 10 years old, doesn't understand all the details. He just knows that his dad isn't around as much anymore. He misses the games, the bedtime stories, the laughter. He wishes things were the way they used to be. He believes, deep down, that things can go back to normal. He just doesn't know how. One afternoon, Ella finds herself exploring the attic. Dusty boxes surround her. She's looking for something to pass the time. And that's when she finds it, a treasure trove of family memories, old photographs, birthday cards, and then tucked in between the pages of an album, a letter. It's a letter from James to Sarah. It's from a time before everything changed. The words are full of love. They speak of promises, of forever. And for a moment, Ella feels a pang in her chest. She knows that if her parents could just remember this love, they could fix what's broken. Her heart races as she finishes reading the letter. She looks down at it, realizing something. This is what they need to see. This love, this feeling, it's not gone. It's still there, buried beneath the years of silence and pain. Ella feels a spark of hope. She can't let them drift apart. She won't. And so, she makes a decision. She will find a way to bring her parents back together. Ella and Max start to work on a plan. Small things at first. They'll remind their parents of the love they used to share. A photo here, a letter there. A little nudge. They know it won't be easy, but they're determined. That evening, Ella talks to Max. She's tired of feeling like a spectator in her own family. She wants to change things. "Do you ever wish things were different?" Ella asks. Max, his innocent eyes wide, nods. "Yeah," he says softly. "I miss Dad." Ella's heart aches, but she knows that they can't just wait for things to get better. They have to make it happen. Ella begins to dig through old albums. She finds photos of happy days, vacations, holidays. The memories flood back. And then she finds the letter. It's like a sign. She shares her discovery with Max. "We can remind them of this," she says, "of what they had. We can help them find their way back to each other." Max, eager to help, nods. He doesn't fully understand, but he knows one thing for sure. He wants his family back together. Ella and Max try their first steps. They suggest a family day, a trip to the beach. Sarah hesitates. "Your father's been busy with work," she says, her voice tired and distant. Ella can see it in her mother's eyes. She's afraid to hope. Max tries to talk to James. He suggests the same idea, but James simply responds, "I don't think your mother would want that. It's clear both parents are resistant. They've forgotten how to be together." But Ella isn't ready to give up. She tries something new, little things. She leaves old photos in their path. She plays their favorite songs at dinner. Slowly, little things begin to change. One night, Sarah smiles. Just a small smile, but it's enough. James looks up from his plate, and for a moment, their eyes meet. It's a brief connection, but it's there. A sign, a glimmer of hope. Ella sees it now. They're not back to where they were, but the cracks are beginning to show. The wall between her parents is slowly starting to fall. There's still so much to fix. But she knows now their love isn't lost. It's just waiting to be found again. The next morning, Sarah and James share a quiet breakfast together. It's peaceful. For the first time in a long time, they're not weighed down by the unspoken things between them. They're simply there, together. Later, they sit down. Sarah opens up. She tells James about her fears, her pain, the years of silence, and James listens. He opens up too, about his guilt, his regrets. For the first time in years, they talk without walls between them, and then they cry. Not tears of anger, but tears of relief. They realize they've missed each other. The love was never gone, it was just buried beneath the years of silence. Ella and Max hear their parents talk. They don't understand all the details, but they know something important has happened. Their parents have found each other again. They realize that love isn't perfect, but it's worth fighting for. The laughter returns to their home, the dinners are longer, the walks are filled with stories, the family is whole again. They're not the same as they were before, but they're stronger. They know now that love is not just about the good times. It's about the effort, the willingness to try. And that's enough. True love doesn't come without challenges, but it's never too late to rebuild what's broken. If you've been holding on to hope, maybe it's time to take that first step toward healing. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Create one. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the Narrative Vault for more heartwarming stories. Your support helps us bring more inspiring content to you. And hey, share this video with someone who needs a little reminder about the power of love and family. See you in the next one, on screen text version. Did this story touch your heart? Like and subscribe to the Narrative Vault for more heartwarming stories. Share this video with someone who needs a reminder of the power of love and family. Turn on notifications so you never miss a story. See you in the next one.